Hello there, I'm Vine and today I have for you a build focused on sneak attacks and guerrilla warfare. Full cloak on usage that is anti-meta in multi. Yeah, you heard me correct, we are doing a player killer build for multiplayer today. But first, credit disclaimer. This build is actually not mine but Semperfire's, who published it on a channel's Discord after requesting a video on it. So, if you are interested in build details, join the channel Discord to read more or ask the original creator to elaborate, as he will have more insight than me with my few tests. Link is in the description below. Also, as always, in this video I will focus only on the build's mechanical core, so you can freely edit all other elements, because customizability is a great feature. With this out of the way, we can start with the mechanics. From civics we have one key civic, and that's Spyware Directives, for +2 cloaking strength and a start with the basic cloaking fields technology as a permanent research option. Technically this logs us as Machine Intelligence Authority, but there is no other civic with such big cloaking bonuses, so it's an absolute must-have. But the second civic can be whatever we want. Key shipset for this build is a biological one, as this is the only one that has Maulers and Weavers. This will be crucial for the sneak attacks. As for the ruler, pick the commander class and warlike trait for +5% ship's weapons damage. Must have choice for aggressive gestalts. Believe it or not, that's all from the Empire selection screen. Rest is totally optional and customizable. Now let's jump into the game and look at the options there. From tradition trees, first we need Subterfuge for information security tradition to increase ship evasion by +5 and to get +1 cloaking strength on finisher effect. Second tree we need is Supremacy for all bonuses and to unlock war doctrines on finisher effect. From perks there is only one, and that's Enigmatic Engineering that increases cloaking strength by +2. Closing our bonus on Empire-wide +5 to cloaking, making our fleets virtually invisible. Rest of the traditions, perks and even ascension path is fully customizable. Use whatever fits your current game vibe. Now from policies we set the war doctrine to hit and run. That's my little edit for the build, as biological ships have quite low evasion but are bulkier than mechanical ones. So, since we will be using risky tactics, we should avoid unnecessary losses if we can. Consequently, we also need Trickster admirals for the same reason. Hit hard and teleport away if needed. Now, time for the ships, and here we start with Maulers. For weapons we combine mandibles with disruptors. Mandibles are the main weapon of focus here, as they ignore shields, do increase damage to armor and hull, and have a damage multiplier based on enemy ship size. On top of that, they are 10 times faster than torpedoes, making them very dangerous at close ranges. Computer must be swarm for increased evasion to avoid damage and always get close and personal to the target. For the biological component, we use caustic fluids to increase mandibles damage by +10% and increase armor damage by another +10%. Auxiliary component is always the best version of cloaking field that, no matter the size, always gets +5 from our stacked bonuses, giving us from +6 to +10 cloaking strength. As for defense, use only armor, as cloaking gets the shields nullified. Strategy with ships like this is simple. Cloak ships fly right to the enemy doomstack and shred them to pieces from point blank range. If the enemy somehow managed to tank it, ships can run away thanks to the high disengagement chance. You can also safely retreat them after 10 days of engagement if necessary. But there's more. Weavers, my second addition to this build. Even if they are one size bigger than Maulers and in essence have cloaking wars by a one, they are twice as meaty as Maulers and can have comparable evasion. But most importantly, they are support ships that can boost Maulers' effectiveness even further. The key is in thrusters that increase evasion and sublight speed, and in weaver generators that increase weapons fire rate, range, and eventually even penetration, making our sneak attack fleets overall stronger by sacrificing 1 point of cloaking, which is not a big problem since detection for other empires rarely gets higher than 6 before the endgame. For this to work properly, the computer must be support and the biological component must be a symbiotic amplifier. Also, remember to keep the number of weavers in the fleet around 10 to 20%, as Maulers' base damage is more important than bonuses. Now, time for evaluation. In multiplayer, it's anti-meta. I know that lately meta shifted from cruisers to corvettes, but all meta designs still focus on range for defense and offense. But this build ignores all range, always getting close and personal with cloaking. Moreover, if the enemy is doom stacking fleets, which many players and even AI does, it enables it to do massive damage to the enemy stack even with a small fleet due to Mandible's mechanics. The only counter to this are off-meta ship designs that aren't built as glass cannons but tanks. So mix of shields, shield hardening and strikecraft, which is currently only used by crisis fighters like me, who don't care about PvP and will probably not engage anyway. In single player, it's Maulers. These ships are very effective, so much that with proper bonuses you can just turn off your brain and rush any enemy. But here we are using brain to maximize their usefulness by getting close to the enemy before the battle happens. AI has no way to defend against this. As for the roleplay, it's a spy experience. Created by Avid Spy main from Team Fortress 2, it retains most of the backstabbing feel of this class, with an issue that it is a bot now, not even an individualistic one, but a system which cyberized its planet biomass to sneak attack its opponents. Wait. Does this mean that this machine intelligence genetically engineered its creators to be living ships? Damn, that's a sick roleplay idea. Anyway, what do you think about this build? Write your opinion in the comments, remember to visit channel's Discord, and see you later!